Hello from Cairns, Queensland, Australia. If you don't know who I am, my name is Katie and welcome to Katie Does Travel. I am a solo female backpacker in her 30s, here to show that solo travel can be meaningful no matter your age. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in watching, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. You can also follow my social media channels here on the screen. That sounded very sing-songy, I didn't mean to, but welcome back. I'm not sure if I ended the last vlog, to be honest. It's been a long day, but welcome. I am back on the East Coast. I am in Cairns, so if you don't remember or if you're a new watcher, I was actually in Australia last year and I did the East Coast. So I did it from south to north, and this go around I'm going from north down south. So basically I'm going to be going from Cairns down to Sydney. I'm not going into Melbourne. I'm not going to Tasmania this time, just because I'm already like over halfway through this trip. I have 5.5 weeks left. Like the time is zoomed by. So yeah, but anyway, so I flew this morning on a very early flight from Adelaide up here to Cairns, and I decided to do north to south, just for something different because I did the opposite last year, and B, I honestly didn't want to do that flight from Cairns down to Sydney. Like it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to fly from Adelaide to Sydney, work my way up, and then fly back down to Sydney because I have to fly home out of Sydney. So that's why I'm here. So anyway, I flew in this morning. I had a 6 a.m. flight, which is disgusting. But that's what we do to save money. But it was actually like a few $100s cheaper to take the 6 a.m. flight. So we got up at 3:40 this morning to do that. But if you can't tell, I know it's a little chaotic behind me, but I am actually in a private room. I'm at Traveler's Oasis, so this is a new hostel to me. Last year I stayed at a hostel pretty much like right around the corner. I just wanted to try something new. I think last year I didn't book this one because it was booked out. But anyway, I'm in a private room just for 2 nights, and then I switched to the dorm for the last 4 nights here. So it is Saturday. I leave on Friday, so pretty much an entire week here. And I did the private just because that flight was so early. I knew I was going to need to take my annual nap. If you don't know, I don't take naps very often. So yeah, I took a nap this afternoon, about 2 hours, and then I went and got groceries. I got some alcohol, and it's actually the Ironman Cairns race tomorrow. I went for a run when I first got here, and I saw all of the stuff. So I don't know if this is pathetic or kind of sweet, but I bought like just little things to make signs. So I don't know, I put something in the hostel chat to see if anyone wanted to join me, but otherwise it's just gonna be me making signs later on. So yeah, they don't have poster board. I couldn't find any, so I just got big A3 size paper and some markers and tape if we wanted to tape some together. And then I brought Tim Tams just in case people do show up and want a snack. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. I'm hoping tonight to be able to go out because that nap really did help me. But yeah, I just want to meet some people. Definitely over the past, I don't know, like 2 months almost, I've felt like a bit isolated. Like I've definitely met some travelers, especially on my trip in Uluru and Kings Canyon. I definitely met travelers on that trip, and it was really, really good. And even though I'm an introvert, it made me realize how much I kind of was missing that social component and meeting other travelers from all over the world. So I am really hoping the last 5.5 weeks here I can meet people and yeah, have a good time and kind of just end this second Australia trip on a good note. But anyway, that's what I'm up to now. I keep looking at myself because the screen is here, but you are here. But yeah, so anyway, I am going to, might make dinner soon because I really haven't eaten much today. I didn't have lunch because I came back from my run, and then I showered and then I took a nap. So yeah, I might have an early dinner and then I'm gonna make signs and I'm gonna figure out what to do tonight. But anyway, that is everything. Welcome back to Cairns. I'm excited to show you, and yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a different oh my god, I'm already talking for 5 minutes, I'm so sorry, but it's gonna be a little bit different just in general for this East Coast part of the trip. Because I've been on the East Coast already, I've done a lot of things. I did the major things. I snorkeled the Great Barrier Reef. I went skydiving. I did a lot of things last year. So this year, I don't feel like I have to do every single thing. But when I'm here, I'm hoping to go snorkeling again, maybe on like the inner barrier reef. There were a couple other things I didn't get to do last year when I was here, so I want to do those. And then also along the East Coast. But if you see me not doing some things, like I'm not doing Whitsundays, I'm not doing Gari, Fitzroy Island again, just know I did them last year. I'll have vlogs. You can go back, you can watch them. But that's why. It's just a little bit of a different trip, a little bit more relaxed. But yeah, so anyway, I hear the people next to me. They probably think I'm talking to myself because I kind of am. And yeah, that's it, and I will see you all later. After a night out, the next morning I went down to the waterfront to watch the Ironman race. We saw the first few finishers for male and female. It was really cool and super, super inspiring to see these incredible athletes.
Cairns, Asia, Pacific Championship. What a performance today! The man himself, he swam 50 minutes, he cycled 4:05. He's running 2:43. The Cairns Airport Ironman Cairns, Asia, Pacific Champion. Come on, Matt Burton! You are the champion!
Racing with us at the Cairns Airport Ironman Asia Pacific Championship from New Zealand. She's
Hello. So it is Monday, and I have not really vlogged since I've been here in Cairns. So I'm still here. I'm here, like I said, I think in my last talking clip, I'm here until Friday. But I didn't do a whole lot on Saturday other than go out and met new people. And then yesterday, it was the Ironman race, so I went out there with a girl from my hostel and one of her friends, and we cheered on some of the athletes. We got to see like the first men come through and the first woman, so that was really exciting. And then this morning I just did laundry, I switched rooms, and now yeah, I'm kind of doing my first thing, I suppose, of being here, but I'm in the Botanic Gardens. I didn't have a chance to do this last year because I ran out of time. So anyway, I am here. It's a little bit outside of the city, kind of like hub area. So I just took the bus, but yeah, I'm gonna explore. I'll take you along. But yeah, that's why I haven't really vlogged, because I haven't done a whole lot. But I think tomorrow and Wednesday I'm going to be doing stuff, and then Thursday is TBD. But yeah, and then Friday I head out to Magnetic Island. So anyway, that is what's been going on in my life, and I'll take you along and let's explore the Botanic Gardens together. So it is free to visit the Cairns Botanic Gardens, and it's a lovely way to spend a nice afternoon. It's not quite as large as some of the other botanic gardens like in Sydney or in Adelaide, but it has a lot of various more tropical plant life, and it is just really fun to go and explore and walk the various trails and just see all the plants and everything. So definitely recommend it. It is a little bit outside of the city center, but well worth the trip on the bus to go see it. Good morning. So today I am on Fitzroy Island. It is off the coast of Millaa in Australia, near Cairns. It's about 45 minutes on a fast ferry. And right now I am doing the circuit track or the overlook track, something like that. It says it's a 3-hour return, but I'm kind of pushing it because I have a glass bottom boat at 12:15. So, and I didn't get to pick the time for that. So, kind of pushing it. Oh, it's water. But yeah, hopefully it's a good little hike. Bring you along. This island is beautiful. I was going between here and Green Island, but I decided to come here just because there's a little bit more walking trails compared to Green Island, which is a little bit smaller. Yeah, and I want to snorkel maybe later this afternoon, but I really wanted to do some hiking. So anyway, this is what I'm working with. And yeah, I'm sorry if I sound really out of breath. I'm just exhausted. I feel like I'm trying to get my travel legs back under me because I feel like the East Coast is definitely a lot different than anywhere else in Australia. And it just takes a bit of time to acclimate in that it's very go, go, go. So anyway, I'm a little tired. Haven't gotten a ton of sleep, but it's okay. We will power through and we're gonna have a good day. So Fitzroy Island is located off the coast of Cairns, about 29 kilometers, 18 miles. So it's really easy to get there via ferry. It's just a little bit of it can be a rough ferry, but it's actually not too bad. But there are various hiking trails you can take to go around the island. It's not a huge island, but the landscape is absolutely stunning and it is so worth the effort, especially up some of those hills, to go and see this beautiful piece of nature. Deep, surprisingly, but it's a good hike. I am definitely trucking through. I'm at 1 hour and 7 minutes, and the whole thing is supposed to take 3 hours. So that tells you how fast I'm going. I'm definitely empowering through, but I've done the overlook and the lighthouse. Now I'm kind of headed back towards the main jetty area, beach area. So I will let you know the final time, but yeah, definitely powering through. So Fitzroy Island is surrounded by the reef system that forms the Great Barrier Reef. So it's on more of the inner reef. So it's going to be a little bit different compared to if you were on the outer reef, like when I went snorkeling there last year. There are a lot of different options you can do here. You can go snorkeling. There are various tours that can kind of take you a little bit further out. I opted though for the glass bottom boat ride. It was relatively short, maybe about like a half hour, but it was really fun just to see some of the reef up close. Well, not as up close as snorkeling or going scuba diving would allow. It was still really nice just to see it, and it wasn't too expensive if I remember correctly. So definitely recommend adding that on to your day. But other than the glass bottom boat, I just kind of walked around the island. Like you saw, I did some hiking, went to the highest point on the island, which is 240 meters or 790 feet above sea level. So definitely recommend checking it out. And if you do have your drone, it's a little bit like just certain parts of the island you can pop a drone up in the air, which I did do, and it was really beautiful and stunning to see this area from up high. So today I am still in Cairns, but today I actually rented a car, as you can see, so we're back on the road, but just for the day. I rented a car for today to explore some of the Tablelands. So last year when I was here, I went to Daintree on a tour, which was great, but this year I wanted to explore the Tablelands, and I wanted to do it kind of more at my leisure and do the things I wanted to do versus doing it with a tour. So I rented a car. It was about $65 US. So not the cheapest thing, but I figure by the time I rent the car and put in gas, it's going to be about the same price as the tour, and I get to do what I want. So anyway, I am here at the Windin Falls trailhead. I want to say it's like an 11, 12 kilometer hike. It's an out and back, but apparently it's not too difficult except for one section. So, because it says it's only like 2.5-3 hour return. So, but anyway, I'm going to explore that today. And then there's a couple of other places I'm going to try to squeeze in. I have to get this car back at 6:30. I would like to actually get it back a little bit earlier than that, and I want to also try to run a couple errands. So we're definitely kind of pushing it, but we're going to see what we can get done today. It is absolutely stunning. Just the drive here was beautiful. Made me kind of feel like I was in rural, like driving through like rural Virginia or Maryland. Like I used to do that a lot for work. So I don't know, it's just very reminiscent of that. But anyway, I'm gonna get my stuff together here and I'm gonna head out. I'll take you along, take some video, and it's going to be a great day. So I ended up renting a car for the day and headed to the Tablelands region of kind of Cairns area. So I went over to Windin Falls, and I will admit, because I was solo, I didn't have as much fun on this hike. And the reason why is it is a relatively flat, with the exception of like a couple areas, hike. So it is a bit on the boring side. And then you'll see once I got to the falls, you can go down and see them better, but it is incredibly steep. And I was all alone. No one else showed up. And I was scared that I was going to fall and like get injured or worse. So I didn't want to risk it. I'm on my way back, but I won't lie, I'm a bit bored. It's an easy hike for the most part, although a lot of it's uphill on the way back. But I'm bored. It is. You have to have a lot of just mental stamina, I guess. I don't know. That's not the right thing. It's just bored. Gotta keep yourself entertained. So while I may not have been able to see Windin Falls from a better vantage point, I did go and see a few of the other waterfalls in the area. The first one is Millaa Falls, which is incredibly popular. Actually, when I showed up, one of the Uncle Brian's tours was there. So I went quickly over to, I believe it's called like Zillie Falls. And then this final fall was my absolute favorite. And I pretty much had it to myself. So everyone goes to Millaa, but I actually think this third one was my favorite. And I think more people should go there. And then afterwards, I went with some of my hostel friends to karaoke, and I will subject you to the singing. And then my final full day, I actually didn't really record because I ended up meeting up with a friend that I met last year. So I met them when I was in Noosa, or when we were in Noosa, and they were up in the Cairns area. So we actually ended up spending the day together, just catching up. And everything. So I didn't record that because I was really focused more on the moment. So this is it for the vlog, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already, and be sure to follow me on my social media channels. And as always, remember to wander far and wander often.